Happy Mother's Day to everyone in the UK. Hope your mum is well. Didn't think I'd be starting the video like that. Anyway, Matheus Cunha has done an interview with The Guardian with Tiago Rebelo, who's a freelance Brazilian journalist. He's had a sit down with him and pretty much confirmed what we already know, that he wants to leave Wolves in the summer. He did say he had multiple offers in January to leave, but he felt like he didn't want to abandon Wolves because of what we've done for him, really, giving him his career back and giving him his international career back, which is really important to Cunha because he missed out on the World Cup in 2022 when he was at Atletico Madrid, where he really struggled there. Behind the scenes, there was a lot of stuff going on. He didn't get on with the manager and he wasn't playing. So when Wolves signed him, he did struggle at first, didn't he? As we've said, he struggled when he joined under Lopetegui. He couldn't really get going. But under Gary O'Neill, and it's very rare on this channel, I'll actually give Gary O'Neill a lot of praise, but the way he handled himself with Cunha got the best out of him, really, and he's the reason why he's in the position he is now, with so many clubs after him having such a great season in terms of goal contributions for Wolves. He said in the interview that Gary O'Neill was very affectionate towards him and basically bigged him up, stroked his ego, said, "You're my main man." And that was everything Cunha wanted to hear after having such a bad time at Atletico Madrid. And more importantly, he got back into the Brazil team and he's really wanting to play in the next World Cup. That is his dream. That is his ultimate dream. He left Brazil as a 13-year-old boy, and that's his main goal, was to do that. He lost himself as well, he said in the interview, in his personal life. He kind of lost his way and he had to reconnect with his family and go back to his roots, into his hometown, and just cut off from everyone because the pressure of football got to him. And, you know, everything that comes with it, money, responsibilities, fame. He speaks 5 languages, Cunha, which I didn't actually know. Obviously, I knew he speaks English and Portuguese, but he speaks German and a few other languages as well. So fair play to him. Very intelligent lad, but he's had a bit of a weird time, hasn't he, with his emotional state at Wolves. Obviously, the 2 bans he's had, but he kind of made out that he was doing Wolves a favour because we've given him his career back and we've put him back on the map. We have, and he did say as well he really appreciates how much the Wolves fans appreciate him, because we do, don't we? When we've got a superstar player that's scoring and scores against West Brom, you're going to become a bit of a cult hero within the fan base. He's let himself down a bit recently with his actions on the pitch. The Bournemouth sending off how he was against Ipswich, and when it's not going Cunha's way, we don't half know about it, and he has his tantrums. He had that run-in with Liam Keane from the Express and Star after he falsely reported by accident that he'd stormed down the tunnel, responded on Twitter. We know the story, but look, it's no secret. We all knew he was going to be leaving, but he said basically he knows how much potential he's got. He wants to fight for titles. Arsenal is probably the most likely destination because they really made it clear they wanted him in January, and he could have gone in January if he'd have put his foot down. He probably would have got the move. He signed the new contract for Wolves. As he said in an interview he did at the time for Wolves TV.
I feel like so good here, and then always I say something like this, like all the love then the fans give to me, to my family. I always go to the pitch and then try to give back, you know. And of course, was a lot of noise around like what Matheus will do, but you know, like we are not in a good situation, and then I try to do my best, and then if if I can do something to help the club then open the doors for me. I want to, if something happens in the future, will be because I try my best and then leave the club with like very good situation.
There, you know, he said basically he was doing us a favour, putting pen to paper, getting that release clause in there. But it was very favoured for him, Cunha, the player, because 62.5 million for me is about 15 to 20 million less than I actually think he's worth. Honestly, there's players like Anthony going to Man United for 80 million. I think we could have held out for more money, but we will get a fee. I think 3 or 4 clubs will trigger that release clause. Arsenal being the main one. I think you'll see the likes of Forest come in for him. Maybe Newcastle if they get Champions League, because I know he'll probably want to play Champions League football. Don't think it'd go to Man United purely because of where they are, unless they win the Europa League and get in the Champions League through the back door. But yeah, we will be seeing Cunha leave. Will he be remembered fondly? I think so. It's going to be interesting when he comes back after the Ipswich game, because if we're safe, what's the point of playing him if we know he's going to leave? We want to be playing players that we want to be at the club and are going to be here next season. And just on him as well, when that January stuff was going on, and there's reports he might leave in January, when he was just walking round, like around that Chelsea game where he lost his head at Liam Keane, there's a stat that's been released. He is number one in terms of walking. His walking stats is in the high 70s. He has been the player that's walked around the most. Now, he's got to cut that out. If he wants to be at the top level, he's got to work really hard to benefit from the talent he has got. And at times at Wolves, he hasn't given 100%, and you can clearly see it on the pitch, and that gets fans up more than anything, because the first thing you need as a fan, you want to see, is someone giving 100%. And at times, he'd probably admit it himself, he hasn't given that when all the speculation was going on. But we are going to stay in the Premier League mainly because of Matheus Cunha and his goals this season. Without that, we would have gone down. And yeah, there we go. It'd be interesting to see how he leaves. I don't know why he's done this interview. I don't get it. Maybe it'd have been better just to stay quiet and then just leave at the end of the season. But it's the Matheus Cunha show, isn't it? It's all about Matheus Cunha. And really nice bloke off the pitch, but he's got to really improve his actions on it, in my opinion, because we've seen the videos he's done with Junior and things like that. He's a top bloke off the pitch, definitely. Just got a bit of a temper, and obviously he's going to mature over the years, in his mid-20s now. But yeah, there we go. I just thought I'd do an update. Very interesting timing. I don't know why he's done this Guardian interview. He must have a good relationship with the Brazilian reporter that did it, the freelance reporter. Please like the video. Please subscribe if you're new. And I'll catch you next video. Have a great Sunday, everyone, and happy Mother's Day.